Hello, and welcome back to Voice of Wisdom. Have you ever noticed how some people manage to keep their kitchens spotless and beautifully organized, yet they don't seem to spend endless hours scrubbing and sorting? It's not magic. It's a matter of using time-tested techniques that make home care feel effortless. Today, I'm going to share 8 powerful methods that can completely change the way you manage your kitchen, making it a place of ease, clarity, and joy. If your kitchen often feels overwhelming, cluttered, or chaotic, you're not alone. But imagine starting each day with a kitchen that feels inviting, tidy, and ready to support you without constantly cleaning or reorganizing. That's exactly what these strategies are designed to help you achieve. These are not just ordinary organizing tips. They are thoughtful practices rooted in simplicity, efficiency, and peace of mind. They'll help you create a kitchen that serves you rather than demands your time and energy. By applying these methods, you'll discover how small shifts in mindset and habit can lead to big transformations in your daily life. What you're about to learn has been quietly passed down through generations' methods that focus on working smarter, not harder. These techniques will allow you to reclaim your time, reduce household stress, and bring harmony into your living space. But here's the thing. If you choose to ignore these strategies, you'll likely continue spending unnecessary time and energy on tasks that could be simplified. On the other hand, embracing these practices will not only revitalize your kitchen, but also change how you feel in your home. So, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll be equipped with practical, proven techniques that can make your kitchen and your life more organized, more peaceful, and a lot less stressful. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could use a little more calm in their home. This is Voice of Wisdom, where we bring you timeless tips for a more harmonious life. Let's get started. Tip 1. The one space principle. The first revolutionary technique is to designate a specific place for each item in your kitchen. It sounds simple, but most people make the mistake of letting items wander around in different places, creating chaos and wasting time. The problem this technique solves is the constant waste of time searching for utensils and ingredients. How many times have you opened 3 different drawers looking for a wooden spoon, or spent 5 minutes trying to find that spice you used yesterday? This mental chaos drains your energy before you even start cooking. To apply this technique in practice, start by mapping out your entire kitchen. Grab a pen and paper and draw every drawer, cabinet, and shelf. Then define logical categories. Cutting utensils always go in the same drawer. Spices have their own space. Pots and pans occupy the cabinet closest to the stove. For example, if you decide that knives go in the first drawer to the right of the sink, they will always go back there after use. The key is consistency. Every time you use an item, it should be returned exactly to its designated place. This may seem rigid at first, but within a few days, it will become second nature. Teach everyone in the family about this organization and keep labels discreet for the first few months to make it easier for them to adjust. The direct benefits of this action are immediate and transformative. You will save at least 15 minutes a day that you would spend searching for things. Your mind will be calmer because you will know exactly where to find each item. The stress of cooking will decrease dramatically when you have full control over your space. Plus, you will never buy duplicate items again because you forgot you already had them at home. Tip 2. The art of the empty surface. The second technique involves keeping your kitchen countertops completely free of items you use every day. This practice visually and energetically transforms the entire space. The problem it solves is the constant feeling of clutter and visual overload. Countertops full of objects create an impression of chaos, even when everything is clean. Your brain processes each item as a pending task, generating subconscious anxiety every time you enter the kitchen. To put this into practice, first remove absolutely everything from your countertops. Then, identify only the 3 items that you actually use every day. This could be your coffee maker, a container of basic utensils, and maybe your microwave. Everything else should have a home in your cabinets or drawers. For example, if you only use your blender on the weekends, it doesn't deserve permanent counter space. Make a habit of cleaning your countertops every night before bed. It only takes 2 minutes, but the impact the next morning is extraordinary. Small appliances that are used occasionally can be stored in cabinets that are easy to access but out of sight. The benefits of this technique are astounding. Your kitchen will instantly look bigger and more luxurious. Daily cleaning becomes faster because you have fewer obstacles to clean surfaces. Your mind feels more organized when your physical space is organized. You become more aware of your spending habits and only buy what you really need. Tip 3. The intelligent containment system. The third technique is to use uniform transparent containers to store food and organize drawers. This creates visual harmony and maximum functionality in any space. This technique solves the problem of messy cabinets and drawers where you waste time searching for items and waste food that you forget about at the back of the shelves. Different packaging creates a chaotic look and makes it difficult to make efficient use of the available space. In practice, invest in sets of transparent containers of different sizes. Transfer cereals, grains, flour, and other dry goods into these containers, always labeling them with the name and expiration date. For drawers, use small organizers or boxes to separate different types of utensils. For example, one box for measuring cups, another for openers, and a third for silicone utensils. The secret is uniformity. When all containers follow the same color and shape, they create a sense of order and sophistication. Always choose transparent food containers, as this makes it easier to quickly identify the contents and stock levels. Direct benefits include significantly reduced food waste because you can clearly see what you have available. Meal prep time is reduced because everything is easily located. Your kitchen looks professional, and you become more aware of your eating habits. It also makes it easier to stay organized because each item has a clearly defined place. Now, before we continue with the next tip, if you are enjoying these transformative techniques, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any content about organization and home well-being. And tell me here in the comments where you are watching from. I love to know where you are around the world. Let's continue with the next techniques that will revolutionize your kitchen. Tip 4. The less is more rule. The fourth technique is to only own the utensils and appliances that you actually use frequently. This approach eliminates excess and maximizes the functionality of your space. The problem this technique solves is the unnecessary accumulation of objects that take up valuable space and create mental clutter. Many people keep utensils that they only used once, appliances that were given as gifts, or items that they bought on impulse. This excess makes the kitchen less efficient and more difficult to keep organized. To put this into practice, do a full audit of all your kitchen tools. Take each item and ask yourself, have I used this in the last 6 months? Does this item solve a real problem that I face on a regular basis? For example, if you have 3 spatulas but only use one, keep only the best one and donate the others. If you have a sandwich maker that you've used twice in the last year, it's time to get rid of it. Apply the one in, one out rule. Whenever you buy a new tool, get rid of another similar one that you use less often. Keep only one version of each type of tool, always choosing the best quality. Opt for multifunctional tools that can perform several different tasks. The benefits of this approach are transformative for your daily routine. You gain much more storage space without having to buy additional furniture. Cleaning and maintenance become much easier because you have fewer items to take care of. Your mind becomes clearer because you don't have to make decisions between multiple similar options. You save money by not buying unnecessary items and can invest in better quality pieces that you actually use. Tip 5. The natural workflow. The fifth technique is to organize your kitchen according to the natural flow of cooking activities. This means positioning items according to the logical sequence of food preparation. This technique solves the problem of inefficiency during cooking, when you have to move around the kitchen unnecessarily to get utensils and ingredients. Many people organize by category without thinking about the workflow, creating unnecessary movements that lead to fatigue and frustration. To implement this organization, imagine yourself preparing a complete meal and observe your natural movements. Start with the refrigerator where you get the ingredients, then the sink for washing, the counter for cutting, the stove for cooking, and finally, the dishes for serving. Organize your utensils following this logical sequence. For example, knives and cutting boards are located near the sink and the main counter. Seasonings and oils are located within easy reach of the stove. Serving plates and bowls are located between the stove and the dining table. Cleaning supplies are located near the sink, but heavy-duty cleaning products are stored in a low cabinet away from food. Create specific workstations, a prep station with knives, cutting boards, and bowls, a cooking station with pots, pans, and seasonings, a cleaning station with cleaning supplies, sponges, and cloths. Each station should have everything you need for that specific activity. Benefits include significantly reduced meal preparation time because you don't waste time searching for or retrieving items from distant locations. Your physical energy is conserved because you move more efficiently. The enjoyment of cooking increases when the process flows naturally. You develop greater culinary skill because you focus on technique rather than worrying about logistics. Tip 6. The philosophy of the daily reset. The sixth technique involves establishing a 15-minute routine every night to return your kitchen to its ideal state. This simple habit keeps things organized without any extra effort. The problem it solves is the gradual accumulation of clutter that turns an organized kitchen into a chaotic space within days. Without consistent maintenance, even the best organization system quickly deteriorates, causing you to lose all the functionality you've gained. In practice, set a fixed time every day, preferably after dinner, to do a complete reset of the kitchen. Start by putting away all items that are out of place. Wash and dry all utensils used. Clean the countertops and stove. Organize the dish towels and check if the trash can needs emptying. Make a mental or physical list of reset tasks. Put away misplaced items. Wash dishes. Clean surfaces. Organize rags. Check the trash can. Prepare the coffee for the next day. With practice, these actions will become automatic, and you can do them all in 15 minutes or less. Make this moment enjoyable by playing some lively music or an interesting podcast. Involve the family in this routine, dividing the tasks among everyone. Turn the reset into a relaxing ritual that marks the transition between the active day and the moment of rest. The benefits of this practice are extraordinary for your quality of life. You wake up every day to a spotless kitchen, creating a sense of control and well-being from the very first moment. The stress associated with household chores decreases dramatically because you never have to deal with a buildup of clutter. Your productivity increases because you don't waste time searching for items or cleaning before you start cooking. Maintenance becomes so second nature that you don't even notice the effort involved. Tip 7. The principle of selective visibility. The seventh technique is to keep visible only those items that add beauty or practical function to the environment, hiding everything else in organized places but out of sight. This technique solves the problem of visual clutter that causes anxiety and a feeling of disorganization, even when everything is technically in its place. Many people believe that organization only means tidying up. But the real transformation happens when you consciously control what is on display. To apply this technique, take a critical look at everything visible in your kitchen. Ask yourself for each item, is it pretty enough to be displayed? Do I use it often enough to justify the visual space? For example, a beautiful fruit bowl with fresh fruit can be displayed, but stacks of plastic containers should be stored away, even if they are organized. Invest in some pretty items that can be displayed. A good quality set of knives on a magnetic stand. aromatic plants in elegant pots, a beautiful wooden cutting board leaning against a wall. These functional yet aesthetically pleasing items add personality without creating visual clutter. Create closed storage systems for functional but unattractive items. Use baskets, storage bins, or drawer dividers to keep these items accessible but out of sight. Make it a habit to put away any items that aren't visually appealing immediately after use. Benefits include a dramatic transformation in the way you feel when you walk into your kitchen. The space instantly feels more luxurious and sophisticated. Your mind feels calmer because it doesn't have to process too much visual information. You develop a better sense of aesthetics and start making more conscious choices about the items you keep in your home. Cleaning becomes easier because you have fewer items on display to constantly clean and organize. Tip 8. Conscious preventive maintenance. The eighth and final technique is to develop constant awareness of your space usage habits, making small, immediate adjustments that prevent the accumulation of clutter. The problem this technique solves is the natural tendency to relax organizational care over time, allowing small oversights to turn into big messes that require complete reorganization. In practice, develop the habit of micro-organizing during your normal activities. While you wait for the water to boil, put away the utensils you use to prepare the ingredients. While the food is cooking, clean the counter and organize the seasonings. When you finish using an item, put it back in its correct place immediately instead of leaving it for later. Create mental triggers that automatically activate these behaviors. For example, every time you open the refrigerator, take the opportunity to check for anything out of place on the shelves. Every time you use the sink, quickly check for items piled up on the counter next to it. When you grab something from a drawer, notice if other items are disorganized and make a quick adjustment. Before I move on to the next tip, I want to tell you about something special I prepared for those who want to go beyond this video. It's a complete guide with organization secrets that completely transformed my home and can transform yours too. The link is in the pinned comment, and for a limited time, I'm offering a special discount for channel subscribers. Now, let's continue with the next tips, which are some of my favorites. Practice the 2-minute rule. If something can be done in less than 2 minutes, do it right away instead of putting it off. This includes putting away a utensil, cleaning up a small mess, or reorganizing a messy closet. These small, consistent gestures keep things organized without requiring long cleaning sessions. The benefits of this constant awareness are profound and long-lasting. You'll never again face that overwhelming feeling of having to reorganize everything from scratch. Your kitchen will consistently be kept to the ideal standard you've established. You'll develop greater mindfulness in your daily activities, which will improve your overall quality of life. The total time you spend organizing will decrease dramatically because you'll prevent problems from occurring instead of fixing them later. Final thoughts. These 8 timeless techniques hold the potential to do much more than just tidy up your kitchen. They can transform the way you feel in your home and the energy you bring into your daily life. They aren't just quick fix organization hacks. They are powerful principles rooted in simplicity, mindfulness, and purposeful living. When you begin to apply them, even in small doses, you'll notice how they create a ripple effect that brings calm, clarity, and efficiency into every corner of your home. Transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of consistent, mindful actions. Start with the method that feels most relevant to you right now. Focus on it until it becomes a part of your routine, then gradually introduce the others at a pace that feels comfortable. Remember, this journey is about progress, not perfection. Every small step you take adds up to lasting change. It's important to understand that having a well-organized kitchen is not just about aesthetics. It's about creating a supportive environment that enhances your mental focus, emotional balance, and overall quality of life. When your space is in order, you naturally feel more in control of your time and energy. This can lead to a better mood, renewed motivation to cook nourishing meals, and even finding joy in the daily tasks you once dreaded. The positive effects of an organized space don't end in the kitchen. They flow into every aspect of your well-being, making you feel more centered and content. So don't put this off for another day. The best time to start is now. Choose just one of these techniques and take that first step towards a kitchen and a life that feels peaceful and organized. Your future self will be so grateful for the effort you're making today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Voice of Wisdom, and click the notification bell so you'll never miss out on our future videos that are filled with practical wisdom for a more peaceful and joyful life. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 8 techniques spoke to you the most? Which one do you plan to implement first in your kitchen? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one and truly enjoy hearing how these ideas are making a difference in your life. Thank you for watching Voice of Wisdom. Until next time, stay mindful, stay inspired, and keep creating a home that supports the best version of you.